Hello guys, welcome to Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U discussion with the Lion Turtles.
Just want to start off by saying that this is not scripted in any way, shape, or form. We just took a list of topics to talk about and we're just going to go through our thoughts on everything. So if we sound stupid, it's probably because we're stupid.
Right, on that note, let's get started. My first impression of the overall games. 3DS, I didn't play too much. I mean, I played it a lot at first, and then other games came out, and then the Wii U version came out. Then I played that more, and yep, they're both fun games. I would definitely say it's something that if you had no interest in the Wii U or the 3DS, you would probably just go out and buy it just for these games.
I destroyed the 3DS game a lot while I had it, and then when the Wii U version came out, I have not touched it since because given the choice between the two, you're going to play the Wii U version. It's just a clear choice. But I'm probably going to end up going back to the 3DS version when I go to conventions and stuff like that. It's easier to play on the go. I think the games are pretty well put together. The character rosters are pretty good. The stage selection's not bad. And the other modes that they offer, I think, are definitely worth picking up the games for.
Yeah, it's definitely worth having both. There's some things about the 3DS that I like more than the Wii U. Like Smash Run versus Smash Tour.
Which we're going to talk about now. So, our second topic is Smash Run. So, if you want to go and start with your thoughts.
I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, some of my friends, they don't really like playing it, but compared to Smash Tour,
which we'll go a little more in depth with in a minute.
Yeah, the fun of exploring the place that's randomized every time is, I guess, cool. Well, not completely randomized, but where you start and whatnot.
Where you start is randomized.
Yeah, and then the enemies that pop up aren't set either. And then just having a fighting chance of a random battle, race, or whatever at the end. It's something fresh pretty much every time.
I mean, you're not completely wrong. I enjoy Smash Tour, not as much as you. I think
Smash Run.
Yeah, that one. I enjoy Smash Run. I mean, not as much as you. I feel like sometimes, and don't get us wrong. We're not pro Smash players. We play. We're not bad, but we're not pros. But I feel like sometimes in there you get jumped by enemies, and when you get jumped by enemies, I mean you get jumped by enemies, like 5 people on you, and you can't get out. I don't know. The randomness at the end too. It's fun. It keeps it different, but at the same point in time.
If you pretty much collected, I'm just gonna get all attack stuff as I can, and then it's just race to the finish, and you're like, fuck.
And I feel like no matter how good I do in there, I come out, and everybody else and all the computers, no matter who I'm playing against, have way more stat boosts than me, and I'm just so how do you do that?
I mean, I don't know. I like it, and I don't know. It was just fun to me. It reminds me a lot of Adventure Mode, I believe it was called, in Melee. Except not, but you free roam and then kind of attack enemies at the same time. It gives me a little feel of Subspace Emissary a little bit too, but something that we don't have in either version of this. There's no story. You just kind of play, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's fun for what it is. I don't go back to it a lot. But if somebody says, do you want to do a Smash Run, I'm sure, why not? It's not something I spent an excessively large amount of time doing. It's definitely not better than, regular Smash Bros. Matches.
Yeah, of course.
For me. But if you don't have anything else to say, we can move on to the third topic.
Yeah.
Alright, third topic, Smash Tour. Yeah.
I guess I do like it for what it is. I feel they could have, done a little better with it, but at the same time, who am I to judge? I'm not making the game.
How how much did you really play Smash Tour?
Actually, I have played it a lot. Like, again, just like Smash Run, it gives everyone a fighting chance almost. And playing that for the first time with my brother, he also said, like, I do enjoy this because even if you're doing like really shitty, like all your stats are whatever, sometimes like they'll give you items that say like steal so many or launch someone, take their stuff, and like you get a chance even if you're bad with whatever characters you have. Like there's always a fighting chance because it is just a stock match or not stock match, time match at the end. So like you could be bad with characters, but if you collect a bunch of characters, you could stay in longer than.
Yeah, but it's not done on how long
No,
you
no,
stay.
yeah.
It's done on how many kills you get.
Yeah, how many kills you get.
It's a mix. I mean, okay. A friend of mine was over, and we were trying to complete the challenges that are Smash Tour related, and so we actually looked at how to really play Smash Tour, because if you go in there and you don't read the tutorial, you just go in there blind, and it is a clusterfuck. But when you actually sit down and you figure it out, it's a little bit better than what my initial thoughts on it were. At first, I thought it was completely garbage, and then I learned how to play, and it's still not what my choice would have been for the exclusive mode for the Wii U version. If this is like one of your flagship titles here that you're trying to push for the Wii U to sell consoles, I think that Smash Tour, while kind of fun, is not really what I would want.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's not bad.
Yeah, it isn't bad.
I think you're going to hear a lot of people saying that Smash Tour is just god awful, and it's not god awful. It's not bad, but I feel like given the choice between Smash Tour and Smash Run, I would pick Smash Run.
I would pick Smash Run every time.
Yeah, once in a while. Yeah, but at the same point, Smash Tour has like that Mario Party kind of feel to it. But if I want to play Mario Party, I'll just play Mario Party. Yeah.
And I do like that with Smash Tour that every time like people run into each other or whatever, you're not forced to battle. Like just the two people that ran into each other, everyone else has the choice of saying like, no, I don't want to lose my characters because I'm already doing bad, or I'd rather not take the chance on what type of battle, because all the battles up until the very finale can be random. Like sometimes they're target blast, sometimes they're
I've gotten target blast. I've gotten a variety of gimmicky matches.
Yeah, sometimes it's like warp star. There's all items are just warp star and they just constantly spawn. So
sometimes it's like sudden death style and you start out with 300 damage.
Yeah, so I mean that's also a fun thing where it mixes it up, but at the same time I've gone a few like turns without like fighting, and when you get Smash Brothers, I assume that you wanna play to fight. Or in Smash Run, even if you're not bumping into other people, you're fighting something.
Yeah. Well, any other thoughts on Smash Tour?
No, but I haven't spent.
Okay, well, then we're going to move on to our fourth topic, which is the characters. So, what are your opinions on just the overall roster of this game?
I will say that I do... At first, I was very, very skeptical of like the final roster when I first saw it. And I wouldn't say I disapprove, but I questioned some of the choices. But every release of or teaser or whatever for the new characters, I kind of just like smiled more and more because I was excited to see these characters. Like, who was the first one they announced? Mega Man?
Mega Man and Wii Fit Trainer and Villager were all announced at E3 like 2 years ago maybe?
A long time ago. Too long.
A while ago.
But when I saw Mega Man, I was like, oh my god, yes. Just because that's something I've always wanted, being a Mega Man fan and Smash Bros. I thought it would be a fun combo, and they did it. He does not play, I thought, but...
Okay, my opinion, I think that the roster is very solid, and I think it takes the best of each franchise. Well, maybe a couple people's characters that they liked got cut, but I mean, if you're going to include about 50 characters in a game, you got to make cuts somewhere to include others, and we're going to get into that a little bit more. But what are your thoughts on any changes they made to the returning characters as far as balancing and just changing moves?
Very needed for some of them. Like
Link, I think they made Link a lot better.
Yeah, they made him better.
Game.
Not that he was like awful before,
no,
but
I think he's easier to use now than he was before. He doesn't seem as slow and laggy, and his dash attack is great.
Yes.
I mean, I agree that the changes that they made to characters, this game feels like probably the most balanced Smash Bros. Game we've ever gotten.
Yeah, except for, well, because I guess it's not as powerful, but Pit. I was hoping that they would change him up because I played the 3DS Kid Icarus, and I loved it. I haven't revisited it, but I loved it when I played it. And just all the different types of weapons and things that you could use in the game, I was hoping that they would somehow make it in to Smash, which a lot of stuff did.
Yeah, so they did change Pit up quite a bit.
Yeah, they have his fist thing that he can do, and I love
I know what you're talking about. Maybe they won't.
Yeah, and it is awesome to see. Like when I saw the trailer that they showed his moves and whatnot, I was very happy for it because he needed it, and I guess people could say he's less spammy, but you could spam anything in the game, honestly, and that's that. But I mean, his shield I like better just because it's not, like, you have to time it, and it's not something that you can just hold down the entire time like the first one.
Alright, well, any other returning characters you really have thoughts on? I mean, I think overall it's balanced, but as far as specific thoughts, I don't really have anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the way they changed Pikachu's thunder attack is a little refreshing.
Yeah, just because everyone I feel has like a little bit of changes that even,
tweaks here and there, but not anything I feel like talking about overall. So if you're all set, we'll just move on. We're gonna run down all of the new characters for the game and just give a quick thought or impression on that character. So these are in alphabetical order. So we're gonna start with Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr. He is. I haven't really played him as much. Like, I do like him. He's fun. He can be very tricky, I guess. Especially fighting against one. If you're fighting against someone who knows how to use Bowser Jr., it's a tough battle. But me myself, I like using him. Just can't do it well, I guess.
I enjoy using Bowser Jr. and I think I do it fairly well. I appreciate the fact that he's a completely different character.
Yes, he's
very different from anything we've ever had before. And it's kind of neat how they put the Koopalings in there as alternate costumes.
I agree with that.
I mean, not needed, but nice to have.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was asking for the Koopalings to be put in the Smash Brothers.
I think with the whole putting every Koopaling in Mario Kart,
which seemed so out of place.
But a lot of people did like that, so I feel like with that kind of gave them the go with this as alternate skins.
I feel like they were doing that before the fact, anyways. I think they were trying to. Trust me, they had to be that further in that development process. True. But see, if we're gonna touch real quick on that Mario Kart thing, why do we need 8 Koopalings and we can't get Funky Kong back?
And saying. The thing is, Bowser Jr. wasn't even in Mario Kart. He was not. Huh. It's all the Koopalings except for him.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I really didn't pay attention to that, to be honest. But any other thoughts on Bowser Jr.? Or we can move on.
We can move on.
Okay, we're gonna move on to Dark Pit. Everyone's favorite character, Dark Pit.
I will say, I knew he was coming to the game as soon as I saw him pop up at the end. I was like, oh shit.
The end of that.
Yeah.
The Palutena shower.
I was like, oh shit. he's coming in, and a few people said like, no, he's not. Like they just did that, whatever, because Dark Pit's a skin of Pit's, and that it's something that you could easily change in my mind. Is
Originally, I believe he was supposed to be an alternate skin for Pit.
I mean, he was in Brawl. I know that.
Lucina and Dr. Mario were also going to be alternate skins. I believe the name of the Smash Bros. Guy is escaping me right now. Sakurai. Yes. He said that, I believe in an interview, that they were supposed to be alternate skins, but that since they wanted to change some of the characteristics of their moves, that they were going to make them their own characters. And I know some people hate that Dark Pit is his own character slot. It doesn't really bother me, but if you're going to look at the entire roster, I think that Dark Pit is the one that is least needed to be there at all.
Yeah.
And I do kind of feel like that is Sakurai appreciating Kid Icarus a little too much, because that's his franchise at the moment.
I will say, I am, like, at first, I didn't have, like, a yes or no. Like, I didn't hate or love the fact that he was in it, but I do love it after using him. Like, I don't ever use Pit.
Nope.
I don't pick Pit. If I want to use Pit, Dark Pit's my go-to.
Yep.
Like,
his over B.
Yes, his over B is just...
That's all I have to say. His over B, that's the entire reason that we enjoy Dark Pit.
It is fun. Like, we will sit down, we'll have, like, 2-on-2, we'll both be like Dark Pit, and that's all we do. I mean, it's just fun. I mean, maybe not all we do, but it's to have a good laugh, to have a fun time, which, if you're playing a game, you play it to have fun, so...
Yeah. But, moving on, next in alphabetical order is Duck Hunt.
I mean, me, myself, this was like one of the people when I first saw the final roster, I was like, I don't know about that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean...
No, I mean, that's the reaction. You look at Duck Hunt and you
go,
and you go, really?
And I wasn't so sure I would like him. He's also a tricky person to use with his whole can and whatnot. I guess you just...
I enjoy using him.
I do like using him, yes.
I can't use him competitively like some people, but I think he's fun to use. And I mean, if you're playing somebody who's really good at Duck Hunt, it's
a struggle.
Yeah, it's a struggle, to say the least. I mean, I enjoy that his moveset's different. That's really all I have to say. I mean, I don't have deep thoughts on Duck Hunt.
I don't.
He's there. It doesn't bother me. That's about it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, well, then we can talk about a character that I do really like the fact that he's in the game, and that's Greninja. I mean, I'm a Pokemon fan, so it's hard to go wrong with any Pokemon you put in this game for me. But I really like the choice of Greninja because Froakie was my starter in X and Y. So Greninja is one of my favorite fully evolved starter Pokemon, and pretty much one of my favorite Pokemon ever.
Yeah, I mean, Ninja Frog. How can you go? One, you can't go wrong with ninjas.
Two, you can't go wrong with frogs.
Yeah, so, come on. And he's blue, so blue makes everything better.
As for how he plays, I enjoy it.
Yes. I mean...
I'm not the best with Greninja, but I enjoy using him.
I'm a person who really likes counters, which
you do.
I will say...
You do.
You're right. He doesn't have, like... He does have that one counter, but then it's like his over B is kind of a counter. Like, it
works to dodge.
It works to dodge and then retaliate, pretty much.
I think Greninja is one of the better put together newcomers for this game. Just in my opinion.
And I agree.
Anything else? Nope.
Go Greninja.
Yay, Greninja. Okay. Moving on. Next up in alphabetical order, we have Little Mac. Double-edged sword.
I was kind of happy to see him just because it's like, that is a huge throwback to... like the old days. I mean, yeah, he got a game on the Wii, but at the same time,
he hasn't been super relevant for a while.
Yeah, like when I think Little Mac, I think the old NES days and whatnot. When watching my brother play it, because God, I could not do it. But seeing him in the game and just how fast and fluid his attacks are, unless you're in the air, of course. I think it's awesome, really.
I enjoy using Little Mac. think some people are really good with him, and some people use him because they think they're really good with him, and then they're just not. I mean, go online and you fight a Little Mac. He's either really good or really bad.
There's no in between, really.
Not for Little Mac, no. But I enjoy using him. His moves are fun to use, and he's a fun character.
And I do enjoy the whole KO counter thing, because so even if it's like not happening to you, when you hear the KO thing pop up, you're like, oh crap, someone's gonna die soon, or you panic a little bit.
That's my one thing I don't like about the character, actually, now that you brought that up.
Really?
I get it's a reference to the game. I think it's extremely cheap to give a move that can, for the most part, one shot any character. Now, guaranteed. I mean, if you have very little damage, you'll survive it. But I think it's a little ridiculous.
I mean,
to a character that, if utilized properly, is already very good.
I just think it's I don't know. It can switch up the game. It could really make or break the game, I guess, or a match. But I think it's fun. I don't know. I like it.
All right. Well, moving on. We've got next up in alphabetical order is Lucina from Fire Emblem. I very much enjoy that she's here.
What can I not say about her?
I love Lucina, and I like that her alternate costumes, her colors are the color schemes for the other female characters from Fire Emblem Awakening.
All of my waifus.
Yes, but with that in mind, I do wish that they had actually made her a unique character and not just a Marth clone.
I agree.
I think that as a character, she deserved her own moveset. With that being said, I mean, I'm glad that she's there, even as a clone. If that means, if there's the difference between not getting her at all and getting her as a clone, I'll take her as a clone. I just think that she could have used her own moveset to make her a little more unique character. But since she plays as Marth, there's not really anything else to say about her. I like using her because I enjoy Marth too. So
yeah, pretty much.
And I enjoyed Fire Emblem Awakening, so I enjoy her as a character. So if anything else to add, we can just kind of move past Lucina. There's not much to say.
Not really.
Moving on
to my buddy Mega Man.
Mega Man.
I like Mega Man. Some people will say he sucks. Oh,
I mean, he doesn't suck. I can't get used to it. I like punching things, and Mega Man doesn't punch things.
I mean, I absolutely love him. Like I said earlier, I was excited when he was first announced, and yeah, and I just love his music. So he did not play the way I thought he would. It took a lot to get used to on the 3DS and Wii U, whatever. But once I got to know how to use him, I like using him. So.
Well, I mean, I can't use Mega Man. That's literally all I have to say. I enjoy the fact that he's in the game, and he's unique, but I don't enjoy using him.
That's one thing I really like. Everyone, for the most part, like all the new characters for the most part, are unique.
Oh yeah. With the exception of the clones, obviously.
Yeah, so yeah.
But I can't use Mega Man.
Moving on to
Mii's.
Brawler, Gunner, and Fighter. I actually
Sword
do. Yeah, Sword Fighter. I'm sorry. I do really like the Mii's. I feel like I don't know. They're fun to use. They're fun to have like a silly fight with your friends.
I mean, it's great. I feel like it's great that they're in there, but I don't take them seriously as characters. I mean, you can't use them online anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
It's nice that they're in there. I do kind of wonder how much development time. I mean, they're pretty in depth. How much development time just went into these characters that maybe could have been spent on characters people might care about more.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't use the Mii. I know some people probably do, but I personally don't use the Mii's in Smash Bros. Very often. I use them to get the trophies in Classic Mode, and I use them for their Final Smash trophies in All Star, and I really haven't gone back. But so there's not really much to say. I think it's neat that they're in there, but I just don't use them.
Any more thoughts or?
Not for the Mii's, but I got some thoughts for Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's next.
I like Pac-Man. He's very fun to use.
I remember way back in the day, like, I believe when Melee was still like really relevant, like before Brawl even came out, we both sat down and like made a list of characters we would want to see in a Smash Bros. Type game.
I just did that the other day with Tim too. I still do this.
Yeah, and we put down Pac-Man, and we were like, this would be a silly character to like play and use and whatnot. And and we were like, what would he even do? This and that, and it's like to see him like actually announce it. I was like, holy shit, like that is.
And all of his a lot of his moves are just references to other Namco games, and that's fine. I think he's fun, and you just play as him and watch him run around. The look on his face is always that of, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't.
And
care.
It's just hilarious. Just throwing fire hydrants.
Yeah, I will say one thing I don't like about him: alternate costumes.
Well, yeah, him and Sonic kind of got screwed on the alternate costumes front. I'm just gonna change up the color of his gloves.
Yeah,
Where's Mrs. Pac-Man?
Yeah, they could have easily
just
done
throw
that.
a bow on him, and put some lipstick on him, and you got Mrs. Pac-Man, another character for the game.
I mean, they did that for Olimar.
Yeah.
And Olimar and all the Bowser Jr.
And yeah, we don't have Alf in the listing for the new character. I didn't put him in here; it wasn't worth it. But just to quickly throw that out there, that was neat that they did it.
Yes, it was, and
yeah,
it was a thing.
But back to Pac-Man.
I think all the alternate costumes are stupid.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Pac-Man's enjoyable. But moving on, we got Palutena up next.
Palutena. First time I ever like really played, I played random, so like they'll mix up abilities, this and that. And the first time I actually sat down to play with her, I had some custom abilities moved or set to her from Random Smash, and I had no clue for the longest time what her moves were. Didn't know what her normal B was, her over B, up B, all that. And when I actually played her, I guess, competitively, I like her. She has a counter, which we both established. I like counters.
Who doesn't have counters anymore, though?
I know. She has that reflect thing, which helps me out a lot in a lot of fights, I guess. And her normal B, I'm not really a fan, but it doesn't matter. I like the fact that she's in the game, though.
Yeah. I've never played the new Kid Icarus game, so I don't have an opinion on her. I kind of figured she'd show up in the game, and I think that's fine. She deserves a spot in the game. It's not like I'm saying, like I said with Dark Pit, that you can't put Kid Icarus characters in here. I think 3 was kind of unnecessary. Dark Pit didn't really need to be there. Palutena deserves a spot. She's alright. She's not my style, but that's just an opinion. Moving on, we've got
one of my favorite,
Robin from Fire Emblem.
Yes, God,
Both of us, obviously, if you haven't gotten the hint yet, we were pretty big fans of Fire Emblem Awakening. And we both thought that Chrom was going to make it in. Yeah. And when the reveal trailer came out and it was Robin, we were just...
I believe, like, once because he joined the whole Fire Emblem Awakening band a little late.
Yeah.
But when he had just finished it, like, the next day we spent, like, a conversation just talking about they need to put Chrom, Lucina, or Robin in. And
the reveal trailer literally dropped within days of me finishing that game.
Yeah.
So the hype was pretty real for me.
I didn't think we'd get 2. Did not think we would get 2 of them.
I think I know me coming into the new Smash Bros. Game, I assumed that we were going to get 2 Fire Emblem characters. I kind of assumed it would be Marth and then a new character.
Yeah, whoever the new person
I honestly didn't think Ike was going to come back.
Neither did I.
I mean, I'm not sad that he's back. I like Ike, but I mean,
it was a surprise.
I didn't expect it. And I enjoy the way that Robin works because he's a fun combination between sword and magic.
He's completely different from what you normally get. All the Fire Emblem people get. Yeah. He's one of my favorite characters, and it's odd because he doesn't have a counter, which most of my favorite people...
One of the only characters in the game that doesn't have a counter.
Yeah, pretty much. And I like that all his moves and whatnot are not timed, but you're limited on how many times you can use them. And that's a huge throwback to the actual games themselves. But I don't know, I just really like Robin. Any more thoughts?
Nope, I've pretty much said all I need to say about Robin. He's pretty awesome. You should try that out.
Or she.
That's also a thing, yeah. Female Robin's also a cool addition. Yeah. Moving on, we've got Rosalina and Luma. I've never played Mario Galaxy, so I really don't have an opinion on her as a character. I was not surprised when she was announced. I don't like the way she plays, which is not anything about her as a character. I just don't like her style of playing.
Yeah.
I can't get used to it. But that's all I have to say about Rosalina. It's cool that she's there. I don't enjoy using her. Your thoughts?
I have like a love-hate relationship. I hate fighting against one. I like using her every once in a while. She's not like my go-to person, but I've fought against some Rosalinas that make me really say, can you really do that? Like, going back to Robin, his Thoron move. I'll be in like a 8-man smash thing, and I'll be like on the other side, like, this is perfect. I can hit everyone. I'll shoot it, and all I see is Rosalina just like gravitates it and just makes it disappear. I'm like, come on. Like, come on. But that's that, I suppose. She's fun if you know how to use her. She could be a struggle if you don't.
Anything else? No, but you know what? Next up, I'm really feeling it. Yeah, Shulk.
I was a little bit surprised when he was announced. I mean, I was and I wasn't, because...
Okay, I was not surprised, but I was following with supposed leaks from the game, and he had been one from the beginning that a lot of people...
Yeah.
That there was a leak that had been pretty much correct about everything up until the point that where Shulk was released that said Shulk was going to be in the game.
Yeah.
Although that leak turned out to be not completely correct, because it also said that the chorus men from Rhythm Heaven were going to make it into the game, and they did not. But apart from being surprised or not surprised, I enjoy the way he plays, even though I've never played Xenoblade.
Yeah, I like him. It's surprising I don't really use his counter that much.
Even though his counter is the most broken, best counter in the game.
His normal B thing, I can't get used to that. Switching forms, I don't understand it.
I understand it.
Like, I do, but I don't.
And it tells you, like, now in the Wii U version over the 3DS version, it'll tell you, like, when it'll have the little symbol extra character, it'll tell you, like, well, this is the jump one. But what it does not tell you is which attribute it decreases,
decreases
at the same time. And I can't remember. So I don't use them. So when I use Shulk, I don't change forms. I just beat people up with normal. Yep. So I enjoy Shulk. I mean, sword characters are always fun. His counter's broken to the max, and that's fun. But...
Moving on...
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about Shulk. He's pretty cool. Moving on
to a person that I like dearly, dearly, dearly like, the Villager.
Yes.
I love
fun.
him. Yeah.
He's fun. He's fun. He's great.
Very unique, especially when I first saw him. I was like, I wonder how they are going to make this work, and they did. I didn't think I could. I guess. Do the things I do. Like, I always question, can I actually pick this up? Can I put this in my pocket right now? And half the time, yes. If you can think about it, you can do it, probably.
I'm not super great with Villager. I'm okay with Villager. He's fun to use, and I enjoy using him. And it was nice to see him in there because Animal Crossing New Leaf got me into Animal Crossing where I had never really played it before. So I just thought he was a nice addition. But I don't have anything else to say. He's fun to use.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty fun.
Moving on, we have Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer plays a little weird to me. I enjoy her because she's different. I enjoy her because I do like the way her moves work, even though they're a little different. But the most fun thing is to just get on the ground, do push-ups, and just move around doing push-ups, and just make people weirded out by the fact that you're just doing push-ups.
Yeah. I don't say I dislike her. Or I wouldn't say I dislike her. I do like her, but I almost never use her just because it's... I don't know.
And you could be the guy Wii Fit Trainer, but who wants to look at that?
Yeah, I guess.
I want to look at sexy Wii Fit Trainer female.
But, I mean, I don't really have that much to say about Wii Fit Trainer.
Nope, not really. Alright. Dr. Mario's back.
Yeah.
That's a thing, and I have nothing to say about it. I'm okay with it. It happened.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I feel like, I guess it could have been a spot for another new person.
But, okay, I read an interview, and basically, what Sakurai said is that, if we didn't get Dr. Mario, Lucina, and Dark Pit, we weren't getting anybody else. We just would have been, would have been 3 roster spots less, so that's why I'm fine with them being there. People got to understand that they didn't have the time to develop 3 more characters, that these characters showed up because they were just showing up instead of alternate costumes. Yeah. I actually like Dr. Mario Melee a lot better than Mario, and I still like Dr. Mario better than Mario, so I'm fine with them coming back.
Yeah, me too.
But the only reason I'm okay with him being there is because they announced that Mewtwo was coming as DLC. Because
Yeah.
I swear to God, if they brought back Dr. Mario, if they didn't bring back Mewtwo, I was going to be pretty pissed.
Speaking of Mewtwo, I
That's
mean,
the next topic. Mewtwo and possibility of other DLC characters.
I mean, I am
Thank the Lord, Mewtwo's back.
Yeah, I'm so psyched for
Praise Arceus.
DLC characters.
Praise
I mean,
Helix.
It opens up a lot of opportunities. Like, yeah,
Possibilities,
there are missed opportunities that they did have, but I guess with DLC, they could make whoever they want. They did say, yeah, it takes a lot of time and whatnot to make a new, unique character, which makes me feel Mewtwo's going to be a lot different from what he was in Melee, or at least I hope.
I'm hoping they change him up a bit from Melee. I would hope. And I'm guessing his final Smash will play on his Mega Evolution. So
Yeah,
that's fine.
since that's the majority of all Pokemon.
But aside from Mewtwo, Sakurai said he's pretty much... Mewtwo's a foothold, he said, to try to see how the distribution works with DLC characters, and then they're going to go from there. He said at this point in time, they really don't have plans. They haven't started any other characters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would be curious. I would hope that they'd do other DLC characters and even stages and stuff like that. But I don't know if they're going to. Characters I'd like to see show up as DLC. Sceptile, yeah. I mean, let's finish that trio of
Water, Fire, Grass.
Give us him. I mean,
I was surprised that he wasn't
Oraz
enough.
just came out, and I think it would have just been perfect. I think that Sylveon from X and Y would have been a great addition, and then, like what they did with Bowser Jr., make all the other alternate costumes, the other Eevee evolutions.
Yep.
You know how much fan service that is? People would love it. I'm surprised we didn't get Isaac back from Golden Sun as an assist trophy, and when we didn't get him back as an assist trophy, it's like maybe he's a character. Nope.
Nah.
Just
I mean,
no Golden Sun representation early in the
I
season.
kind of said, like, if not Isaac, Maxwell, whatever his kid's name, like, any one of the main characters from the three, I would have liked, but at the same time,
I wouldn't mind them bringing back some old characters either.
Yeah.
I liked Wolf. I like Wolf better than Falco, so would have been nice if they cut Falco instead for me, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. So I'd like to see Wolf come back. I don't care about Lucas. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him back.
Yeah.
And I would like to see... I was going to say somebody else.
Ice Climbers.
Yes. Ice Climbers. I was sad when they didn't come back. I thought the reason they didn't bring them back was kind of stupid. If you couldn't make them work in the 3DS, just bring them back for the Wii U version.
Yeah.
The rosters don't have to be exactly the same. It's not like there's crossplay.
That's true,
I thought it was a cop out, and I'm just sad that they're not back because I enjoyed using them.
I mean, any other?
Not off the top of my head. I wouldn't mind if the chorus men from Rhythm Heaven showed up.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought that would have been unique, and Rhythm Heaven's a series that I wouldn't be surprised if it got some representation. I know you play more games than I do. You play a wider variety, so is there anything you had on your mind?
I'm surprised, especially with Namco, and I guess with this, there's going to be something with Namco being involved in like other games too.
Possibly, yes. I know that there's amiibo functionality on all Namco games.
Yes. I mean, I feel like with great bond that they have with this and all that, I feel they could have brought in a Tails character or something, just because Tails is a huge franchise for Namco, and I'm surprised at least Lloyd or someone who was on a Nintendo system didn't show up, but I mean, I guess that's who knows.
What about Chrono Trigger?
Chrono Trigger? Holy crap. I wouldn't say I'm surprised that it didn't show up, but that would have been huge for me and I guess anyone who played it, just because it was a good starting game for me, I guess.
One more thing, I was just kind of surprised we didn't get a new playable Zelda character. Every Zelda character in this game is returning from Brawl.
Yeah,
we didn't get anybody new. I'm just with a franchise as big as Zelda, it's up there with Pokemon and Mario, and we got new Pokemon characters, at least one, and we got multiple new Mario characters. I'm just surprised that we did not get a new Zelda character.
And with Hyrule Warriors, like, that pretty much showed, like, yeah, we have all these characters that could do something, but they didn't, I guess, I don't know, use that opportunity to take any of them.
On that note, we are going to wrap this up because we have a lot more things to talk about, but we're at about 40 minutes already. Yeah. So we're going to continue this in part 2. But just hit the 40-minute mark. So I wonder who won that amiibo match that's going to be playing in the background of this video.
Oh, yeah, I know.
If it's his team of amiibos or my team of amiibos. So hopefully it was mine because mine are way better and they have better nicknames and they're just better.
I mean, probably.
Probably. Well, alright. Hopefully my team won. But we're going to continue this next time with things like the music, stage builder, 8-player smash, new stages, amiibos, and all the other kind of functions that the game has. So we will catch you guys next time.
Thanks for seeing you.
Thanks for seeing you.